Occasionally, Riley enjoys to bark, so this is why we sent you a bark collar. This is the same bark collar that you'll be getting. It's the same bark collar we use. The setting she uses is this setting with a blue and a green light showing at the same time. And that setting is a progressive setting. It always starts at the beginning with a low intensity and works its way up the more she barks. She's okay on this setting. There are other settings. If it's not working, let us know and we can help you find a better setting. Generally, she's okay on this setting. And the way you put a bark collar on is you want the bark collar on their vocal cords. So you want the box on the vocal cords underneath their chin. And the reason for that is it detects the sound and the vibration so that it doesn't just shock them if another dog's barking or if there's a loud noise. And these are very sensitive, so you want it to work that way and not just shock them anytime there's a loud noise. So you put it on with that on their vocal cords and then just buckle it. And you'll just have to play with it a little bit to see which hole. It should be relatively tight, probably tighter than you think it should be, but you should still be able to get a couple of fingers underneath the strap. So you should be able to get 3 or 4 fingers underneath the strap fairly comfortably, but it should be tight. Don't worry about it will be on the tighter side. It will be tighter than their regular buckle collar. And so you want it to make sure it holds this box firmly to their neck underneath their chin, right on top of their vocal cords. But again, it will be tight, but not so tight it's choking them. If you can get a few fingers underneath, that's fine. And then this strap, some people will cut them off when they're too long. Since we use it on different sized dogs, we don't. And we just loop it back and back through the buckle. That way it's just kind of out of their way. And then she's perfectly fine in that. She's been trained with the bark collar, so she knows what it means. And she should know that when you put the bark collar on, she knows she has it on and she shouldn't bark. She's not a terrible barker, but occasionally she may bark. Depending on what's going on, and it's good to put that on. You can also tell her, just for if she's not barking obsessively, you can tell her quiet, and she should know quiet. Just say it very sternly though, and she should get the point. And if she doesn't, you can always grab her muzzle and just kind of, not real hard, but gently shake and say no or quiet. And she knows what that means. And you don't have to squeeze till it hurts her. You just are holding it firmly and say no. And that should work in most cases. Occasionally, she will like to bark anyway, and then the bark collar is a good solution for that.
So, Patrick, can she wear the bark collar all the time, like weeks on end?
No. It's best if she doesn't wear the bark collar any longer than she has to, but don't let her wear the bark collar more than 12 hours at a time. She really needs 12 hours on and 12 hours off if she's in it constantly. But a lot of times she just goes in the bark collar a few hours a day when I'm not here, so she won't bark obsessively when I'm not here to correct her. But if you have to leave her in it all day, like while you're going to work or whatever, you should put it on in the morning and take it off as soon as possible when you get home. She really doesn't have a problem at night, so generally her schedule here is she wears it, I put it on before I go to work, and I take it off when I get home from work, and that's perfectly fine. Just keep an eye on her neck. It can rub sores, so just kind of watch as you put it on and take it off if she's been wearing it for a while, and make sure there are no sores. And if there are, just don't use it for a while and treat those sores. If you observe the 12-hour rule, she really shouldn't have any problems though.
So one other question: how does the bark collar get power? Does it have batteries, or do you have to plug it in every day?
It is rechargeable, so you can plug it in. It doesn't have to be plugged in every day. I just watch the battery level, and it's supposed to last around 6 months. I usually plug it in about once a month, and just to make sure it's always charged. But it does have a power indicator, so you can see how much battery is left.
Thank you.